Hello there, Aries. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and I will be doing a reading for you for the period of September 1st through 15th. This is going to include all of that movement into Virgo that we've currently experienced and get you some more details on that. Before I start, I always make a note that this is a general reading. It will not correspond or resonate for every single Aries on the planet. So if it does resonate for you, then those are your messages coming through. If it does not resonate for you, then let those go. They are for some other Aries. This will correspond to Aries Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising signs. So if this one does not resonate with you, do check your chart and see what other signs you have at play for you, because some of the other readings may resonate a little better for you than this one. Also want to just remind that if you're thinking about it, go ahead and click subscribe. Give it the famous dragon claw up if you like this video, and please share with your friends. This is still a very new channel, and all of your support is very encouraged and welcome. Big thank yous to people who have reached out for me for personal readings or information. I really appreciate you guys, and it's wonderful to feel the love that you radiate. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to jump right in with 3 cards from the Druid Animal deck to get some of that earthy energy. Lots of earthy energy this first 2 weeks of September, which is really amazing and strong. And that's definitely going to be felt with you as well, Aries. So let's go ahead and see what the animal spirits are coming through with for you. Dear angels, dear guardians, beings of light, divine helpers and healers, be with us now as we do the reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign of Aries. Please protect their energy and mine and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you. Ooh, Aries. This is a beautiful start. Oh my goodness. So you've got the rabbit, the hare, which is a very old magical symbol. You know, there's always that connection with rabbits and magic, and it started way back in the Celtic times, because the rabbit is an in-between creature. It's connected with shape-shifting, and that time between times, it's actually most active at dawn and dusk. So that's considered very magical times for earth-based spiritualities. So you definitely will have a magical quality this month. This is very earthy. It's also very grounded. To me, the rabbit is very protective, very territorial, always very intuitive, very sensitive, can always feel the rumblings in the earth if a predator or if some kind of change is coming. I actually have 2 pet rabbits myself named Bunsen and Petey, and so I love rabbit energy, the hare energy. So yeah, just keep that one in mind. And then another super magical card comes up, which is the raven, and this as well is connected to shamanic law. This is connected to spiritual law. So you are very in tune with what works for you, what doesn't work for you, seeing the shadow side of yourself and others. And then the bee comes up, which we all love the bee, the honeybee, who, you know, it brings in that sweetness, brings in that connection to community, family, working together. So it's like you're not completely, and I would also say that I think of all of these creatures actually as being very connected to their communal background. Ravens and crows and corvids in general are very community-based. Like, they're always together, they're always communicating. Rabbits live in warrens with large groups, and they're always snuggling up on each other, hence the snuggle money. But they always are, you know, connected to each other. So what a beautiful start, Aries. This really tells me that you're in a place where you should work together with others. This is something where, you know, that Virgo energy is actually coming through quite strongly for you. This first 2 weeks, especially of September, are just super strong Virgo energy. That's going to be astrologically hitting your universal Virgo house, and your Capricorn house is connected to that because it's also an earth. So you have a lot of earthy stability being brought up. This is a time to think about health, healing, cleansing, purging, clearing out literally sometimes your home, doing some house cleaning, doing some physical cleaning where you're eating better, drinking more water, taking good care of your body, Virgo. So very, very strong for you this first 2 weeks of the month. So let's move into some tarot for you and see what else comes up for this time of the year. All right. Wow, Virgo. So I'm sorry I called you Virgo, Aries, but you've got so much Virgo energy coming in. So right now, you're bringing up that Four of Pentacles. So this is a time where you're really thinking about your security, your stability. All that earthy stuff is coming up. And if you have felt that maybe it's been looser and not quite as tight as you want it to, it can bring this feeling right here, which is the Tower. So it's like you feel like maybe there's some things that are really crashing down. Maybe you haven't had as much stability and harmony as you would like. Here comes that Page of Cups. So to me, this is a new beginning, emotionally, romantically, spiritually. Then we've got the Chariot, which is absolutely moving you forward, and Chariot is connected to Cancer. So, you know, and I also think of always the Chariot as being a little bit Sagittarian, but it is a Cancer card. So this is definitely something where you're moving closer to having balance. Here comes that Six of Pentacles. So this is how much do you take in, how much do you give? Virgo is all about giving, giving, giving. And Aries is more about, well, let me make sure that I'm taking care of myself too. So it's a balance here this month and in this beginning of September, Virgo. So let's see what comes up on top of that for you. Seven Cups. The King of Pentacles. Oh, wow. So yeah, this is actually quite beautiful. So up over the Four of Pentacles, you've got that Seven of Cups, which is the projection card in the Osho Zen. So this is really making sure that you know that that feeling of instability is truly coming from you, because you might have other people pushing that onto you, whether it's from a relationship or friend or family member that's kind of always questioning your decisions, how stable you are, that, you know, and it kind of rocks your boat a little bit, because you're like, look, I'm doing the best I can, and make you feel a little defensive. Just always remember, Aries, that it's not all about you. And I know that's hard because Aries is, you know, focused on its identity and its own nature. So, you know, sometimes you think that everything people say to you is your fault or you're doing. It's not. This is reminding you that all those feelings of insecurity aren't coming necessarily from you, and sometimes they're coming from your negative projection. So this Tower, here comes the King of Pentacles on top of that. So I really believe that out of the chaos, out of this purging, cleansing, complete clearing, or sometimes this very, very dramatic energy where you've had to really purge and cleanse entirely, here comes this balance, here comes the stability, the mastery of the earth element. So I believe that you will absolutely get through that, Aries. So here comes your Page of Cups, and on top of that is the Sun sign. So this is definitely better times moving in. Radiant, abundance, victory, you know, having kind of that, you know, getting away from the negative ego and getting into healthy self-worth, because the Sun is all about truly being yourself. It's your energy. It's that fire. It's that passion. And then this beautiful Ten of Cups coming on top of that Chariot, which tells me you're definitely moving into a time of beauty, stability, emotional connection, and fulfillment. That's what you're absolutely moving towards. And so when it comes to balance, there's that Magician right on top of this card that's telling me this is the beginning of this is absolutely new start, you starting over and starting from a place of balance, connection, and truly, truly knowing yourself, Aries. To me, this is all about you getting away from people saying a lot of negative things to you, making you feel kind of on the defensive, because that's really where it's coming from. And so you're moving towards a more stable place. And even if really difficult times, circumstances, situations come up around that Tower, what it produces from it is actually really, really positive. So even if it's really tough for a while, this is saying, hey, you know, you've got a really wonderful, stable energy that's going to enter into this month, and you're not going to be just stuck all by itself. But it's a new beginning, and it's fast, because we're going from the little Page of Cups all the way to the Ten of Cups very quickly in this 2-week period. So it's not like you have to wait forever for this to manifest, Aries. It actually manifests quite quickly. Even if something clears the decks and you go, oh my goodness, that was so hard, why did that happen? And then, you know, suddenly something comes in, you're like, oh, I get it. You understand it very quickly, that it's like this was totally for the best. So I'm going to pull a few angel cards just to get a little more advice for you on this. Ooh, so beautiful. So Archangel Haniel is coming through with the Moon Cycle card, which is all about feeling those phases of life. So notice how the moon affects your energy manifestations and capitalize upon the cycles. Okay, so Aries, this is intense because you're going to be feeling within this period of time, September 13th, is our big full moon in Pisces, which will absolutely highlight your spiritual house, and it's very natural for you. So definitely notice as we build up to September 13th, 14th with that full moon in Pisces, you'll definitely feel it. You'll feel the culmination of everything that's happening over these 2 weeks. Okay, and so the message coming through from Haniel is the Child card. So the child, many times, even if it's not about an actual physical child that you have, sometimes it is, but it's also about nurturing your inner child very strongly, caring deeply about children. They'd respond to your love. This could be where you're working with children, even if they're not your own. This could also, to me, bring in little fur babies, like if you have pets in your life or there's animals in your life that you care for. So all children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. That's very beautiful, Aries, because Aries energy so much is the child. And just a gorgeous reading for you. I will be back very, very soon. I'll be doing full moon readings, rest of September readings, and I might even be trying to start doing some relationship and love readings soon as well, guys. So have a wonderful 2 weeks. I'll see you very, very soon. Bye, Aries.